welcome to In the Upper Outreach Ministries, The Monitor. My name is Shauna, and I've been joined by my wonderful co-host, Michael.
Good evening, everyone.
We have Doc Pritchett with us also. Hi, Doc.
Good evening.
Hey,
How are
Doc.
you both? Good seeing you.
Yeah, good
Yes,
seeing you
indeedy.
too.
Oh, great.
And as I'm reaching, I do hope everyone is looking at I'm doing my part band.
Yes, IDMP.
IDMP. I'm doing my part. We'll talk about that shortly.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes.
But in the
Thank you.
meantime, how you doing?
Shauna, I'm doing well. You know, we all have our little bumps and bruises.
Yes,
and,
we do.
You know,
Right.
but I thank God because He's able, and He has encouraged me. He has strengthened me. So I'm here to do the job.
I am here through prayer alone
Amen.
because I had a major dental procedure Friday.
Never fun.
No, my goodness, it was bad.
Yeah,
it was
see.
bad.
Yeah, you are a
So-
trooper. I don't get any award because all I had was a little headache. But if you got a toothache and you're here, I bow down, hats off.
I do want to
Absolutely,
say thank you to
absolutely.
my dentist, Dr. Hans Liu. I don't know if he watches. I don't even know if he has. I know his receptionist knows that we have a program.
Is he in Delaware?
He is. He's over at Chestnut Hill Road, I believe it is.
Well, I know
Okay.
he watches. What's his name?
Hans.
Good
Liu.
evening, Dr. Lou.
And
Thank you for
Progressive
tuning
Dental
in.
Arts, and they are so wonderful. I was telling my sister, I love my dentist.
Right.
That whole office is so nice.
You know
Makes it
what?
so
They're
much easier.
Yes, you
Yes,
know,
yes.
it's hard to go to the dentist, but when you know you have to go and, they recognize you, they talk to you, they're like, hi, Shauna,
Right.
They're very, very, very nice.
That's wonderful. That goes a long way, that bedside manner, so to speak, because
Yes.
a lot of people have phobias about
Right.
dentist's office, have had some bad experiences.
And I have, yes, me too.
And so if you got a good one,
Have you ever gotten into a fight with your dentist? Not fist fight. I didn't get into a fist fight with him.
oh, well, if you exclude that, I'll have to say no.
Okay.
Yeah, I got into some fisticuffs. Nah.
Well, my former dentist, who shall remain nameless, I would ask him a question, direct question.
Right.
Dr. So-and-so, here's my question.
Right.
He would look at the hygienist and answer her, and he would say, tell her A, B, and C. I'm like, wait,
Oh,
wait.
come on, man.
She is right here, and she asked you directly.
And
So-
she is paying a bill
Yeah.
That's exactly.
to you.
So that didn't work out. But
No.
my current dentist is fantastic, and
One of the best dentists I have encountered in my life, he retired. Dr. Hammond Knox.
Oh, yeah.
You know Dr. Knox?
Yes, yes, yes.
Man, Dr. Knox had the greatest practice this side of heaven.
Yeah, he did.
And he was the one that got me over the fear of dentists because he was a big guy and I was a little kid, but he managed to get those big hands and this big mouth, and he took care of me a long time.
yeah.
He retired.
I don't even want to think about Dr. Liu retiring because I have some more procedures that I want to have done. So he needs to stay in business for a little while.
Got you.
Gotta have him.
Doc, how are you, man?
Oh,
Talk
just
about
fantastic.
troopers.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
You have been so busy. I can attest to a little bit of it, not the whole thing.
What have you been up to?
Oh, actually, I've been. We just had a councilman breakfast
Oh, okay.
Saturday over to Warner School.
Yeah.
And well attended under the direction with Red Clay School District.
Yes.
We had a great time.
Oh,
Great
Powerful.
time.
Powerful.
Yes,
We got some footage yesterday
Mm-hmm.
of that, and we're going to be able to share that with the audience this evening, Doc.
Oh, okay.
I know you were surprised that we got some video.
Yes, yes.
But it was worth documenting because you guys did a wonderful job, and community, you at home, well served in this event. You'll see for yourself a little bit later.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
What
I
else is
appreciate
going
you
on?
coming. Well, we're just finished up with our SAT prep.
Mm-hmm.
Our last class was Wednesday, and it was great. And we're going to try and do it in the spring. The response has been great, so we're going to definitely do that. And we're really planning to do some things with the community. And I don't want to share everything, but
understand.
Yeah.
we are really working hard to help our young people do well in school.
Right.
And I just want to commend the principals in the various school districts that are working with us because, and the parents. We're starting to get the message. We're trying to get youngsters to move to another level. Not necessarily about the test scores, but it's the overall ability to want to do well in school.
Exactly.
That's that whole mindset is so important that we can get parents to get their youngsters to really sit down and do your homework, listen to your teachers, And we're also asking the parents to get involved with their school.
Yeah.
It makes a big difference. And I just want to commend a lot of the parents who are really looking at what Mrs. Pritchard does once a month, or the third Wednesday of each month,
Right.
to get involved with your school and work with that principal and work with the homeroom teachers, because those young people need us more than ever.
Well, I don't know if you knew this, Doc, but were you going to say
No,
something?
no. Go ahead.
You know what I'm
I
gonna
like
say?
where you're going. Yeah.
Do
go
you,
ahead.
no, I don't think you do. No, what were we going to say?
Well, what I was going to say is, I was going to say we have some footage.
Oh, yeah.
Was
Of
that
the
what you were
SAT
gonna
thing,
say?
Sort of.
Sort of?
So the week before Thanksgiving, I tried to find the SAT prep class. I don't think I shared that with you and Mrs. Pritchett.
No, I didn't know
so
that.
I got lost, right?
Oh my goodness.
So I was really hungry and it was dark outside. And I'm driving around and I followed the directions on the GPS
Yes.
rather than looking at the directions that you had so neatly printed on the flyer. So when it got to be too late, like it was, the class was over, so
Yes,
I'm just
yes.
going to go home and I'll try next time. So this Wednesday, I just followed the instructions on the flyer and I got there. So I did go to the last SAT prep class.
Yes.
And I just can't stress enough how great of it's such a wonderful program.
Yep.
Because it's just like we talked about where they had Mr. Warren, they had Miss Powell, and who was the other teacher that was there?
Mrs. Cooper.
Miss
Mrs.
Cooper,
Cooper.
right.
Yes,
So
yes.
the students rotate, so they spend some time
Right.
with each teacher.
Yes.
But because of the small nature of the sessions,
Yes,
there was
yes.
so much opportunity for the
Learning,
students
yes,
to ask questions
yes,
and get
yes.
like
Yeah.
that one-on-one feedback.
Yeah.
And they had the practice test there, and I was just really glad that I found it.
Yeah, I'm glad you
happy
did too.
to. Yeah, I
because,
am too.
I had the experience of filming it last year, and for you to see it, I know you saw what I saw,
Yeah.
which was a wonderful program in practice.
Yes. That's really great. And we had to miss last Wednesday because Mrs. Pritchard was so honored to be involved with selecting young people to get into the military academies.
Right.
And this is being done by Congressman Carney.
Right.
And so what basically happened there was that they spent 2 days of rigorous meeting and discussions on interviewing youngsters whom they felt should get into that type of program.
The Delaware Military Academy?
Well, not for the high school, but for the
Okay.
college level, like the
Oh,
Navy,
okay.
the Army.
Oh, gotcha.
Gotcha.
And what basically happened was they come up with recommendations, and then that goes back to Congressman Carney, and then he will make a decision and let those individuals know whether they are going to have that opportunity to go. Of course, that's free.
Yeah, that's
you
good
know,
stuff.
and so but you have to in turn give something back, years of service once you finish the program.
Right.
So
That's nice. The give and take.
Yes,
Yeah.
but so she's been involved with that. So Wednesday we were in Dover at Legislative Hall from 1 until 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Well, actually, she was doing interviews, and I was in Dover, so that's why we didn't
Long
attend the
hours.
last one.
No, but they had pizza. Some of the students still had their little piece of pizza with them while they were doing their work and everything. They were fed. They could concentrate.
Yes.
And they were all participating. And
Right.
Ms. Cooper would ask a question, and they had the
They
answer.
were on
right.
it.
They were right there.
It's no joke. It's not playtime, and the students, by their coming out at that time of the evening, it shows that they are taking it serious.
Right. And that goes
You know?
back to what Doc was saying about it's more than the test scores.
Yeah.
It's getting the whole mind prepared
Yes.
for what's to come.
You're right.
And because as much as it's great to have the parents involved, it's great that there are programs, but a student has to want to do it.
You're right.
Like,
Right.
Buy
you
into
can't
it.
push them
Yes,
but so
yes.
far.
Yeah.
Yes.
Buy into it.
Right. And these students, there was one girl in the math section, she was on it. She was
said, right.
so into it. And Mr. Warren said, tell me how you picked your answer. Doc, she broke it down. She's like, well, I didn't pick this because this, that, and the other. I didn't pick that because this, that, and the other. I ended up picking this because
That's great.
I'm
That's
like, I
great.
don't know what you're talking about, little girl, but
Yes,
she was really
indeed.
into it. It was great.
Yeah, we missed that last Wednesday night session.
But well, we look forward to hopefully hearing about, you know, the sessions that'll be offered hopefully
Yes, we're
next
going to
year.
do it. Yes,
Right.
we're going to do it in the spring.
Okay.
Because that's the last opportunity for them to take that exam.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Then
so-
it's for real, for real.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's
that was
correct.
one other thing that Mr. Warren had asked them, had anyone signed up for it? And one student said, yeah, he had already signed up for it. And,
Oh,
and
okay.
Mr. Warren said, okay, well, all I can tell you to do is have confidence in what you've learned so far, eat a good breakfast that day, don't be, you know, just really encouraging him.
Beautiful.
That's
Yeah,
That's
so it
beautiful.
was really good.
Good
So,
stuff.